What's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today we've got a special treat for you guys because we're here in our personal Barndominium home or shop area today, and we're getting a bit of an upgrade. So I had like an old pull-out system that we were using for heat in this area, which worked okay for the winter time, but in the summertime when it's 90 degrees outside, we've been lacking a little bit on keeping it cool in here. We do have it fully insulated with the closed cell foam, but you know, it's still just not enough. You know, it takes the edge off when it comes to the heat and hot outside, but it's not enough. You need to get some air circulating. And so I think maybe some of you guys might be interested in doing the same thing. So we're going to be showing you guys the full install on this particular unit. Like I said, it's the Sophia series, Cooper and Hunter. It's a mini split multi-zone system. It's 48,000 BTU, and what we're putting in is two 24,000 BTU systems that are all zoned going to the condenser on the exterior, which is basically 48,000 capacity. So the thing about this system is it's fully customizable. So if I had two smaller rooms, I could split it up, or if I had three different size rooms, I could break it up in different size units for each room and still run it all back to one condenser. So they come a long ways with technology on mini split systems, and a lot of people like them for their efficiencies because this is a 21.5 SEER efficiency rating on the cooling aspects. And I think it's also got a heat pump, so it's like a 10.5 or something like that on the heating elements. But very efficient, means it's variable speed. Definitely recommend it if you're looking to upgrade on your shop area. So we're gonna get right into it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get it going. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we got a really cool project for you guys, and we're here in my Barndominium shop area, and we're going to be installing a mini split multi-zone air conditioning system. And I gave these guys a call. This is Kemp Wilkerson with Kingdom Air Conditioning out of Red Oak, Texas. And so the system that we're going to be installing today, you know, Kemp, what can you tell me about this type of system?
They're really easy to install. Well, they're a lot easier, a lot less labor intense than a standard residential unit, a lot quieter, potentially could be a lot more efficient. The way they work, they don't turn off and on like a normal system, like a light switch, 100% on, 100% off. Once they reach the room temperature setting, they literally ramp down and pull humidity at that point. So your comfort level really, really increases with the lower humidity.
So that's what we normally hear when somebody says what type of SEER. Is that kind of what you're talking about, the efficiencies of the particular unit?
Efficiency, yes. This being a variable speed indoor and variable speed outdoor, it really, really, really saves you some money on your electric bill.
So this particular unit actually goes up to like 21.5 SEER.
Could probably go higher than that depending on how many heads you have running at the same time. So
okay.
Could potentially be higher.
Primarily, I guess, what would you call this as far as tonnage?
This is a 4-ton.
A 4-ton system.
Yes. And
we're doing it for the space because it's such a big room, that's why we're doing the multi-zone. Because, and a lot of people might not be familiar with or ever seen a unit that has multi-zone.
Yeah, it actually has one outdoor unit with two, or this one here actually could have up to 5 indoor units.
Cool. Yeah, and so, and the way that works is because I got two 24,000 BTU units. Yep. That add up to 48,000, right. Which that's what this is made to handle. But if you had separate rooms, I guess that were smaller, or you wanted to divide them up, you could go 7,000 12,000,
Right.
you know, whatever, depending on the size of the rooms. Is that that's the way that works?
Yeah, they're 9,000, then 12,000, 18,000, 24,000. That's usually what increments they go in normally.
Now, the particular brand, now when I got to searching for a unit, you know, one of the main things that always, I guess, is a big factor is cost. And so for this brand, actually, when I did the research for comparable values, I got a much greater deal on this particular unit for the Cooper and Hunter. And, you know, it's right there on Amazon, and we were able to order this whole system right from Amazon, which was kind of good for the consumer on this end because, you know, I was able to do my research about the actual unit itself.
Sure.
But I guess, what are your thoughts about this unit, you know, unpackaging and all that stuff as we're kind of looking at it?
From what I've seen so far, there's a lot of good things with this that you don't normally get with some of the other brands. It comes with a template for mounting it on the wall. Read through quite a bit of literature. There's a lot more in there than what you would normally get with the other systems. Actually, it's a lot more. The explanation in there is better. The details are more understandable for me.
Yeah.
A lot more understandable.
And, you know, there's some features like, I don't know how standard it is with some of the other systems, but like it's got a follow me remote. So you can take the remote around with you in any part of the room and it'll try to achieve a certain temperature based on wherever you're at.
I have seen that feature. I've never, I've seen the feature. I've never actually implemented it. Yeah.
So as far as the install goes, what are we looking at here as far as the steps involved to install a system like this?
Well, this system here will be installed on the exterior of the home or building. This will go outside. Okay. We try to look for a central location to mount our indoor units. And then, of course, you have copper that ties from the indoor unit to this unit. And we just try to make everything fit as best we can on that application.
Okay, and I understand on this particular unit, like each air handler is going to have its own drain line.
Correct, yes. So when we mount the unit, the indoor unit, we make sure we have them high enough and have plenty of fall so that they drain properly.
Which in this case we do.
Yes, this is going to work out great.
So we've got plenty of headroom in a shop like this. So it works out. Yes. What do you think about as far as routinely putting a system like this in a shop?
I've done it many times. They work really, really good.
Really good.
Yes.
And we've already got spray foam in here.
The foam is a definite added bonus.
Let me ask you this, because I know on say the residential practice, like where you and I, we're doing homes a lot. And I'm assuming that maybe a lot of my clients are going to want to do this in their shop as well. Mm-hmm. And which, may be something that we routinely do in the future. But does it work the same way when you're figuring coverage areas for tonnage? Like I know we get quite a bit more efficiency or more tonnage per square foot based on spray foamed living quarters. So how does that work in the shop with, say, a 1.5 inch closed cell foam in here?
It's going to work pretty good. This one, because it's so open, you would probably need a little more tonnage.
Okay.
And another thing too, you got to understand, most people don't run their air conditioning in their shops or their garages year round. So they're going to say, well, I'm going to do some work in the garage or the shop, and they go out and turn it on. So it does need to be a little bit bigger in tonnage so that it recovers faster, a little bit faster.
And so I know on this system here, another, I guess, advantage is we have a heat pump system on here.
Will work the exact same way in the wintertime, yes.
So having the heat pump, actually, is that better for the wintertime? Because like say somebody has extremely cold climate.
The heat pumps work really well in the southern, I guess the southern part of the United States. But it's a lot more economical on your electric bill for the heat pump.
For heat pump?
Yes, versus electric heat.
Both electric.
Yes.
Okay, so man, I'm looking forward to getting this thing installed.
Well, looks like my guys are already carrying stuff in.
They're getting it going?
Yep.
So Kemp, appreciate you. so far we've got both mounting brackets are installed already, and Kemp was saying that having this template to install those, he said it's a huge time saver, and a lot of other products or a lot of other brands of systems that he's installed haven't had that. So, but he does install a lot of these, but routinely on the install, that can be a huge time saver, is having this cardboard template right here, because it's got everything laid out. You can literally see where your screws are going to go, and you have the pipe hole that's measured, can be cut out for where it's going to go up here on the wall. So huge time saver. I want to show you guys kind of what's happening on the back side of this wall, because this is actually my tool shed. But there, we're going to have a hole right over here going over that door. It's going to come out and down that wall, and he's already got one of the holes drilled for where that's going to go. But the drain line's going to come down, as well as the condenser lines. All that's going to be running down here. I'm not too worried about what it's going to look like in this room, but at some point in time, if I want to, I can line that wall with plywood and cover all that up. So here's another spot right here where Cody just drilled out, and you can see the daylight right there coming through the wall. So that's where the condenser line and the drain and stuff like that's going to come through that hole as well. So everything's going to come through here, and I believe we're going to try to get everything going that way, which is where the condenser itself is going to sit. So let me show you that. All right, so here's the back side of that wall that we were just looking at on the inside, and we've got a pad that's going to sit over there. And Kemp said that it needed to be a minimum of 1 foot or 11 inches off that wall. So he's just taking measurements now, and we got a couple shrubs there. It's going to get dug up, but you can see we've already got our disconnect over here on the wall, and it's right here. This is a 30 amp disconnect. Electrician was here yesterday, took care of that, and so we're good to go. As soon as we get all this up and running, we'll be able to fire these bad boys up. But one of the things Kemp was just explaining to me is that this system does come pre-charged, but because we have a 50-foot line, it's a little more than he wants to leave coiled up. So he's going to go ahead and cut that condenser line and make it up again, so that it's not, we don't have a lot of excessive cable. This is one thing that having the licensed HVAC tech is definitely needed for. Another thing it's needed for is because you don't get a warranty if you don't have a licensed HVAC technician install this system. Even though it's pretty simple to install, we don't recommend you try to do that yourself. All right, so Cody's digging this bush up, and he's gonna move it over there, but he's making we call it a French drain, basically for the condenser line as it comes out, which is gonna allow for all the condensation comes out of the system on the inside. So he's saying right here on this bend, they got some wire wrapped around right here, so that you can actually adjust the line, and because you're probably, if you're going to have to bend it, you have to bend it right there. And he's like saying, you know, it's the details that matter the most, because if you were trying to do a little bit of a harsh bend, you got to be real careful with it, but they've kind of made an allowance there for you to do that. All right, guys, we got the first air handler is up there on the wall. It looks slick. I'll show you guys what it looks like I know they're fixing to move these ladders, but you can kind of get an idea all the way around. See, that's the top. This is the vent. This is the filter up here, and goes all the way around. These are the grills, which I'm thinking probably move around. So pretty sweet. Up. Looks really nice and tidy. Let's sit there a minute. How are we looking now, Kent?
They're looking good. I'm down to 200 microns, so I'm gonna just about to the point of breaking it back. I'm just gonna give it a couple more minutes and I'm done.
Sweet.
We'll fire it up.
Guys, so it's been a pretty good day. Everything's went pretty well. And what do you think, Kemp? I mean, I know we got these systems are running now. We're going to watch the clock, and I know you guys are about to get on out of here, but
got some games tonight. But yeah, we've got it fired up about what, maybe 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
I think 7 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago.
Messed with the fan speed. Showed a few of the options on the the hand controllers, the remote controls, and everything went well. I feel some cold air coming out right now, hitting me in the back of the neck.
Which is perfect timing, but
yep.
I did check the temperature in the shop. Is 90 degrees in here.
Well,
so
we'll see give it about an hour and see what it does.
See what it does.
I sent one of the guys around there just to make sure we got water coming out. Should be pulling humidity as we speak.
So we really appreciate you guys getting over here and getting this thing installed. And I guess I'll report back to you, let you know how the temperature looks here in just a little bit. All right, guys, so it's been a minute since we had these units running, so I wanted to kind of show you guys how cool and how comfortable it is in here. And I'm telling you right now, for a shop area, it feels really good. Let me kind of show you basically what I did is I set the temperature over here to 68, and I grabbed this old thermostat that was on my old unit, and you can see it's sitting here in the middle of the room, and it's 70 degrees right here in the center. So it's 5:30 in the afternoon, and we just brought the car in. So you'll see basically over on this side where I have my thermometer or thermostat right here, it's right under 80 degrees. So it's about 79 degrees right here. And then these thermostats are the remotes, because I set it on the follow me function, and you can see right here on the bottom, it's got a follow me function. and you set the remote there and you take it wherever you want in the room to set the temperature. And you'll see right now it's reading 77 degrees on this thermostat. So I just set this over here in the hottest part of the room just so it can generate cool air. And I mean, it feels really good in here. So I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. And ultimately, that's really what we're trying to accomplish, is to gain comfort level in here to where when we have our gatherings, our events, stuff like that, office parties, a lot of times we'll do it right here in this room. And so, you know, ultimately it works well for what we need it for. Now, this system, like I told you guys before, is it's multi-zone. You can order it any which way you want to. But we'll put a link down in the description below for this system. If you guys are interested and you have any questions, let us know. But you can order it actually through that link on Amazon. And if you do that, it actually helps the channel out a little bit. So, you know, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments below. So appreciate you guys watching this video, and thank you guys for 50,000 subscribers now on the channel. And so we're really excited about all of the future content and stuff like that that we get to bring you guys. And you know, we got a lot of builds going on, so I hope you guys are following all these playlists and for all the build series that we're building, and it's getting exciting. So anyhow, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I hope you'll do that now. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Josh Helm, wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching. Texas Best.